I remember like when I had been through a bad breakup, for me, like my life was all about, oh, I'm going to take a revenge, I'm going to become this person. It's a very sweet, simple slice of life film, and it's about a woman, who has been left high and dry by her husband. She got married to him 4 years ago, and then he kind of left her, and she hasn't heard from him for 4 years. She's like, I'm going to go and find this guy, and I'm going to kill him. And I think, like for me, the premise of the film was very interesting. I was just like, oh, it's very sweet that she's not going to coax him to come back. She's going to go and tell him, like what the hell, and she's going to kill him. So I think that was really like interesting for me. I have traveled alone a lot, and whenever I travel alone, I meet like very interesting people on my journey. I know this lady in America. She's a Gujarati lady. She was the general manager of Ramad. She would take me out for coffee, and she would take me out for meals, and she would always take me to like shopping malls and everywhere. And I always wondered why was she so kind to me. I remember like one day asking her. I said, Jyoti, why are you so kind to me? Like what happened? Like tell me your story. And then she kind of started telling me. She was like, I came to America with my husband and my daughters, and I kind of got stuck because he had an affair with some lady, and he left me, and he took away my daughters. So now I have no, she didn't know how to speak. She only knew Hindi and Gujarati. She didn't know how to speak English at all. She started working in a library. She started getting a job in a library. She did a lot of odd jobs. She started working in Burger King, in McDonald's, and Dunkin' Donuts and everywhere. And then she later on told me how she got a job as a nanny. And where she was working as a nanny, the owners kind of taught her how to speak in English, but she's a self-taught English-speaking person because she worked in a library for a very long time. She used to literally live inside, like a car that she had got. And so her story was really like, I couldn't believe what all had happened to her. A simple person who had resilience, who had the faith in herself. So for me, even Radhika's story was a simple person's story. But I feel like if you have resilience, if you have faith in yourself, you can really turn the world around you. What happens with most of us is हम लोग मतलब कुएं के मेंढक बन जाते हैं. We just don't like to explore our life beyond a certain. I remember like when I had been through a bad breakup, for me, like my life was all about, oh, I'm going to take a revenge, I'm going to become this person. Thankfully, I started getting jobs immediately after that. I had no time to like sit and mull over that nonsense of my life. And I remember that when I started moving on, I was like, oh, what was I thinking? Like there's so much more to do in life. So I feel like you sometimes need that little jolt, or you need to push yourself sometimes to just find or explore life, or figure out in the journey of life that there's so much more.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any videos by us.